like, someone who's recording, they're getting two different scores at the same time. All right, we're not communicating to our kids what their scores are. Not at this point. Okay, if we get time, we'll finish with base running again. Group 1, running through first base, Coach O'Brien. Stealing and sliding from first, going into second, that's Coach Munez. Let's emphasize a slide. All right, I will work in group 3. I'll have them taking a lead off at second and having them in a secondary. I will toss balls in the dirt, and they probably won't even be real balls. They'll probably be little pickle balls. Okay, they have to work on reading the ball. My goal is to throw most of them in the dirt, so they should be taken third. And then group 4, Coach Jacobs, fly ball to the outfield. I want you to read and tag. All right, once again, we'll probably do that for about 4 minutes. And then to add in a little bit of element, we'll divide the two into twos. We'll have a group go to home plate, another group go to second, and what we'll do is we'll do like a relay, okay? And I'm sure most of you have seen this before. All right, this will just be a little bit of fun. If we see something that we like out of someone, maybe they look really quick, we'll mark it down, but not a ton of evaluation. So that takes us through day 3 of the tryout. All right, our goal is by a couple of administration things. Our goal is by Wednesday to have our teams picked so we can communicate. After day 1, because we are splitting seniors and juniors, sophomores and freshmen, after day 1, I'm definitely going to take Coach Doney's advice. And sorry, I think someone else may have said it as well. But that's where we'll invite those sophomores that we think, or freshmen that we think have a shot at varsity. Doesn't mean they're guaranteed to be on varsity, but I would say it's a good possibility. Otherwise, we wouldn't invite them up. Okay. Yeah, and that takes care of the tryout. I will make sure that everyone has what they need as far as a clipboard, a pencil, okay, your name on what you're supposed to evaluate. I will have all that set and ready for you to come in on Tuesday. Now, what we'll do is we'll find a drop zone, and after we're done evaluating, we'll put a place where everyone can put their clipboard, so that way you don't leave it in your car or leave it at their house. Okay. Another thing that I'm thinking about doing is creating some Excel worksheets and asking that you guys take home what you have, and if you can, just try to put them in an Excel worksheet. Maybe we can put it in Google Docs. I know that might be asking a ton. Okay, so we'll see about that. Obviously, if we could do this from 3 to 5, I don't think that would be unreasonable. It'd take another half hour, 45 minutes. But I do know that we're not going to be getting home until 9 or 10 o'clock at night, and so we just have to adjust with those things. I will say on Monday, we may or may not debrief afterward. I'll leave that kind of up to you. But believe on Tuesday and Wednesday, we will need to debrief after. Okay. Or maybe our Monday debriefing after tryouts. It could just be a quick discussion. Hey, Coach Jacobs, Coach Dearbaugh, these are 5 kids that we're looking to come up to varsity. The rest of your guys are going to be yours. Okay. I think this year we're a lot more ahead of the game. So we won't. I don't think our discussions will be as long. Okay. Having that most of us coaches are here, I know we're giving them numbers, but let's be honest, most of us know who the guys are. Okay, so while we don't want to play politics, but we don't. But on the other hand, I'm not going to sit there and look at Aaron Loftus and say, hey man, we're not going to take you. In the future, I want it to be the point if they didn't put a lot of time and effort into the off season, that we may have to cut them. But we're not at that point yet. All right, last but not least, speaking of off season, I'd like to thank Coach Walrad, Coach Jacobs, Coach Doney, okay, for really coming in and helping these, doing strength and conditioning with Coach Jacobs and Doney, and Coach Walrad for helping me with bullpens. Next year, off season, I'm going to have a meeting. It seems like I've done that the last 2 years and it works out well. having a meeting in the end of October, just before Halloween, getting all of our kids' information, emails, which most of them really don't give me any, but phone numbers and so on. For those kids that are not playing sports next year, I want strength and conditioning beginning in November. We can do it November, December, January, February. Now, I want Coach Jacobs to head this. However, we need to help him out, okay? And I don't think it's realistic that, he's going to be able to do all of them, okay? So, Coach Jacobs, that's something where I would like you to organize. If you want some help, please let me know. Obviously I can help with scheduling, okay? And then obviously I can be there too. And we can have as many coaches as we want and as many players as we want. Open it up to the whole school, heck, the whole community. But as long as it's not necessarily baseball related, we can get away with that, okay? Four-mans. I'm going to need some help with four-mans as well next year. I tried to do some of them this year, and maybe they can do an hour and a half of strength and conditioning, and then, maybe we can keep 4 guys on Monday, another 4 guys come on Tuesday, another 4 guys on Wednesday, and so on. And with enough coaches here, maybe we can have one day where, say I'll come in on Monday, and that's my day of working with four-mans. Okay, Coach O'Brien, you come in on Tuesday. You work with 4 guys, okay? And I'm just trying to think ahead, but we've got to get these guys started a little bit earlier. This year, that's my fault, okay? But I have learned a few things over the last little bit. Last but not least, and I know, and this is a part of the finale. Next year I really want us to kind of get a little bit outside of our comfort zone, and in the future I want us to study something baseball specific, and that's something that we can get better at. And then the next year I want to do something different. So for example, I want to try as much as I can next year to master coaching base running. Okay? Coach Jacobs is going to try to master pitching fundamentals. Coach Walrad is, he's going to focus on different drills to engage our first and third basemen. Okay? I want us to really master something new and something different. Okay? So keep that in mind. All right? Remember, just because some of us have played baseball for a long time, others were better than others. You maybe had different coaches, and so you had a lot of mentoring. We can't stop just getting better. I mean, we got to get better. We always have got to fuel ourselves to get better. And then what we'll do is when we have our first meeting next year, we'll just share some of the things that we have learned. Okay. And hopefully, we can become better coaches for our kids. All right. Once again, don't forget mission, vision, expectations. I'll have hard copies. I'll send those out in a little bit, maybe later on today, with our updated, better structured tryouts. Wednesday, our goals is to have our teams pick. JV coaches, if you want to extend yours, that's up to you. Okay, it definitely will work with you. I had to do that for 2 years out of my 4 years on JV. So that's okay. But we'll have our varsity picked. All right. I'm trying to think anything else. No. Guys, make sure you communicate with me. Let me know. You know what? As far as scheduling, I know I'm trying to get last but not least. Scheduling, like the kids, I want us, after about a week and a half, I want to know if you guys have heads up. Hey, I got something going on, or my kids graduating catechism, or, I have a family reunion this day. If you could get that to me, so that way I would like to make it like a master calendar and post it outside of Ruthenberg's office, so that way we know when we can have coverage. Okay. I'm sure there's some things I'm leaving out, but once again, if you have any questions or concerns, please don't hesitate to ask. Last but not least, guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much, for being a part of this program and for the time that you're going to spend. I think it'll be worth it. I really do. These kids are worth it. You know, let's just try to mentor them and guide them and help them become better student athletes and people. Thank you guys very much.